With golf getting more and more expensive, we now have alternatives to spending lots of money. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Guys, today we have the brand new Takomo Ignis driver. Now this will set you back £299, which in modern day golf isn't too bad. Now, my favourite driver of 2025 is this one, the Ping G440 LS Tech. Now, it hurts me to say this, but this costs £529, circa $600. Now, I think golf is too expensive, so today we're going to put these to the test and see just how much difference you get for your money. We've done a couple of videos like this year and they seem to go down really well. People really enjoy the fact of trying to save some money. Now, one of the big factors here, and I think this is something we're going to delve more into in 2025 and 2026, is the second-hand market. Because £529 gets you the latest and greatest Ping driver. I'm a huge fan of this. I love how it looks, I love how it sounds, I love everything about it. We have that adjustable weight system, we have the adjustable neck, and I just think looking down at the Ping G440, it actually looks really, really good. It doesn't look too small, it doesn't look unforgiving, it doesn't look like it's going to hurt us. We put the Takomo next to it. You can see two triaxial carbon crowns. It's a bit more prominent on the Ping with that carbon. And of course we have the turbulators on the Ping and nothing on the Takomo. So guys, what's going to be the big difference in today's video? How much difference are we going to see out here in the golf course? We're also going to test them for numbers out here in the golf course using the portable launch monitor to see just kind of what ball speeds we get, what spin rates we get, and if we can keep these drivers in play whilst trying to hit them as far as physically possible. Guys, do me a favour though, get in the comments below and just let me know how much did you pay for your driver and what driver is it? Can you see yourself moving out of it this year, next year, and what would you go for? Would you go for something like the Takomo, the more budget-friendly option that still performs pretty well with its three-way adjustable weighting system, or would you go, I'm going to swear then, but expensive? What would you do, Bob? What would you do?
Try and get one free off you.
Try and get one free off me, yeah. Yeah, that's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Bob's a user of people, it's okay. Right, we'll start with Takomo. A couple of shots down this 16th hole. We're driving really well at the minute. We've made a couple of changes to my game and I'm really happy with where I'm at. So, famous last words. That's a really nice hit. Straight off the bat with the Takomo, it does feel quite firm. That's right hand side of the fairway. It's done pretty well and I quite enjoyed it. One thing I do really enjoy about this driver as well is the flash of orange at the back there. Like, I don't know how long that's been a thing, but you know, having it all like quite finished looking, as in like boring, realistically. The guys are lovely, but like Finland is that kind of place, isn't it? It snows all the time. Anyway, they've just put that kind of dash of orange. I do like that. And I think that could become a bit of a thing, if that makes sense. So, in order to challenge the likes of the Ping, what has this driver got to do? Has it got to be up there around it? Has it got to be past it? Or has it just got to be in play realistically? Because it's almost half the price. It's not quite, but it's almost getting that way. Let's really try and open the shoulders up here. I do like the head shape. The head shape's really good. It sounds better than the previous Ignis. That was really nice. I've lost my balance there, but that felt fantastic. Again, just down that right hand side, you can see the feedback of where we've hit that. I mean, it's pretty, would you say that's pretty perfect? Maybe a little bit more towards the toe would be nice, but I like hitting it high on the face because it just lowers that spin rate a little bit. That's where I do feel like these more budget DTC drivers struggle a tiny bit. Struggle is the wrong word, but we can't really get that spin rate down and the ball speed up and matching everything you want it to do. That's where the Ping properly comes into its own. Another place where the Ping properly comes into its own is the aspect of club fitting. Now, we can't shy away from this, we have to address it. You can go and get fitted for this and it can make a huge difference. Now, yes, the Takomo, you can order it online, you can order it in your specs, you can get certain shafts, you can get all those different kind of funky stuff, but you can't really go and get fitted for it. And that is one of the big issues with D2C golf. But you're saving 200 quid, aren't you, Bob? So, depends how serious you want to take your golf, I suppose, doesn't it? But you can get a driver and a 3-wood for the same price. Is that what you'd be doing? Maybe, 100% that's what Bob would be doing. Right, let's try and keep the balance a bit better on this one. We'll get one in play first and then we'll go for the second one. The wind's up a little bit now. Shoulder up, lean back. Wow. That felt absolutely fantastic. And straight off the bat, the audio feedback from this Ping driver is remarkable. I can't believe how well Ping have made this sound. It sounds absolutely, it sounds like a thud when you hit it. Does that mean it's worth more than £200 more? This is the thing, because it's so easy to pick fault with things. It's so easy to be negative about things, but it's also, I think, easy to look for the shining rays of light in things. This has got shining rays of light coming out its backside, but it is just a little bit expensive, isn't it? So it's a really interesting one. We've got one in play there, down the right hand side. I think that might be past it. I do think that might be past it, and we haven't even properly gone for that yet. Let's really try and send one now. I'm going to aim down the left side, hopefully let the wind bring it back just a touch. If you, this is putting Bob on the spot here, if you played in a match against someone and they had a Ping driver in the bag, does that tell you more about them if you play a match with them and they have a Takomo driver in the bag? Would you like prejudice anyone based on what they have?
Well, no, but maybe say they weren't as serious. Oh, that's...
Ooh. Oh, I hope the audio picked that up, Bob. It's an interesting question, isn't it? Let's go for it. That's as good as I've got. That is really good. And there's a reason why in this introduction I've gone as far as saying that the Ping is the best driver of 2025, because I'm going to be totally blunt and frank here. It is the best driver of 2025. But could you save yourself £200 odd and still do all right? Let's find out. Right, so we have the original Takomo shot here. We have another Takomo shot just in the left-hand rough, unfortunately, here. Very, very consistent, side by side there, and I do like the consistency factor that we are getting for that price. We have the first Ping shot here, so a tiny bit further up again. You could kind of throw a blanket over all those, which I'm really, really happy about, which means that the final shot we hit, the really, really munched Ping, is up there, which is about 10 yards further up. Again, nice and consistent. The wind's off that right side, so essentially that is why maybe we've favoured this side of the fairway, but that's 1-0 to the Ping. Let's try a slightly different tee shot in a totally different wind and see if the Takomo can claw it back for the budget guys. Right, the issue being is that we've hit a couple of shots there, and realistically, I think when you hit a couple of shots, it can favour the most expensive one, because you only get one chance in golf. So we are going to talk numbers after these tee shots, but let's just hit one with each. We're now into the wind off the right. I said it was off the right, it wasn't, it was off the left. I got mixed up a little bit, but this could really help the Takomo, because we know that when the wind's off the right, we're almost going to kind of turn it over a little bit, and that excessive spin rate that we have seen in testing in the past may well help us. What should we go first, Bob? Ping first. Ping first. Aim. Pardon? Head covers over there. Why? Bob, I come out with you on a Monday morning to get away from all this, yeah? Just so you're aware, right? And we just, like, there's a lake on the left. I'm just going to try and hit these pretty hard, because I feel like that's what... I'm a brainless idiot, so I would try to do that anyway. Come on, Ping. I think that's really good. I think that's really good. The wind's not really bringing it back. It's going to be right-hand rough, but I've absolutely smashed that one. So this will be interesting. Can the Takomo keep up? I think that's going to be a long way down there. It was a lovely high ball flight. It may have been a bit spinny, but this is the thing. If you're not that consistent, I'm a PGA pro and I'm still not the most consistent golfer probably stood on this tee box, to be honest, because two-time club champion behind the camera. But how consistent do you have to be to warrant spending that extra money? Like, I've grown up now, I'm an adult. I understand that when you spend money, it comes with consequences. You have a family, you have your own house, you have a mortgage, you have car bills to pay and everything else. Bob will get there one day, but all of a sudden, if you go home to the wife or the husband or whoever and say, oh, you seen this driver, babe? I got it, it was £300. Like, it's obviously quite a lot cheaper than some of the bigger brands, but I thought I'd give it a go. Surely there, your partner goes, welcome to the real world. If you go home and says, love, I've just blown £600 on a Ping driver, you're not welcome. You're not welcome there anymore, are you? Without any further ado, the wind is still howling off the right. And that's a carbon copy of the two shots. So this could be very interesting. Remember what we said earlier in this video? How good does the Takomo have to be in the conversation? Does it have to be past it? Does it have to be level with it? Could it be a little bit further back? But you've got the brownie points at home. What's more important? What do you think? There's about 5 yards in that. The Tacomo's this one on the right. Very similar strike, very, very similar shot. Pitched here and released there. Bit of mud on the ball. Welcome to the UK in November. Ping driver here, pitched there. Lots of mud on the ball. So realistically, like again, we're within. Is that going to make a difference in the shot in? 5 yards, maybe? I'm not sure. Let's talk some numbers. I'm just going to zone in and just like smash the absolute tits off some of these now, Bob. And then we'll finish it on the 18th and see. So far, the ping's 2-0 up, but is it? Is it?
Muddy. Mud ball.
Okay, so once again we put these drivers to the test using the GolfSong Wave launch monitor. And as you can see, things didn't start off amazing. We hit some good shots, we hit some bad shots, but all in all we got some really good averages, and I have enjoyed doing this on the golf course for numbers because I feel like you're still aiming at a target rather than just smashing balls into a simulator. As you can see, a little bit more ball speed with the ping, a little bit less spin with the ping. I would anticipate that with it being a lower spin head, and that resulted in 5 more yards carry on average. We hit a dozen shots with both drivers, so you can see plenty of data to go at, and realistically which one is the winner here, because the ping costs almost double what the Tacomo cost, and you're generating a couple of ball speed mile an hour less, a little bit more spin and a touch less carry. Which one's more forgiving, which one's longer? The ping is a standout driver for me of the year, but as you can see, I think that's 2 lots of really solid numbers for 2 drivers that cost 2 completely different prices. So I find that really, really interesting because the Tacomo, you know what, I was going to say struggled, and I'm not going to say struggled because I think struggled is a very strong word. It performed to a level where I think for the money, it's done pretty well. And I think the same throughout this entire test, this entire video. To be honest, I did a very similar test with the TaylorMade QI 35. And the results were very interesting, very similar to be honest, in that yes, you can hit very, very good shots with the Tacomo driver, and yes, you can get distance with it. Do you get the forgiveness with it? Maybe not as much as some of those more expensive ones, but I still think for the price, it's a fantastic option. The big consideration needs to be that second-hand market, and if you can go and get an older Cobra driver or Ping driver for that £300, how do they compare? And I think that's going to be the next test that we do, because I do feel like that's where maybe this sits in a category of its own with that pricing structure. So let's have one last hurrah here, because if we absolutely nail this Tacomo driver, can we get past the Ping? Potentially, I think we can. And that's where, if you suit this driver better, if you really enjoy the makeup of this driver and the shaft and all the options on it, it could be a fantastic option for lots of golfers. And that is a really nice shot up the middle of this fairway. Hitting shots like that for sub £300 is something that I think I'd like to make more mainstream. Mainstream is not quite the right word I'm thinking there, but I'm going to go with it. Normalise it. Normalise affordable golf. That's what the likes of Tacomo, of Cali, of H, of Ram, all these fantastic brands that do such a great job, that's what they're doing. It's easier in the iron market because we're not worried too much about, well, we are a little bit, but we're not worried too much about ball speed and smash factor and everything else. Everyone can have a set of irons that go a certain distance. You learn how to play that and the job is a success. Now, can we knock it past with this Ping? Can we have another good drive? It's been a good display. And that's a little bit of a heely one, so that'll be interesting. I haven't done that on purpose, by the way, but let's get up there and see if the Tacomo can get past a slightly heel-struck Ping. I was going to get another descriptive word in there, but didn't need it, Bob, did it? No. Just leave it alone. Overdo it. It's done it! I mean, it was like literally the best shot I've ever hit with the Tacomo, and the Ping we don't really need to talk about too much. But that does go to show that you're better off being a better golfer and spending less money. And that's kind of where I'm hoping that people go with this conclusion. Guys, if you enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. Lots more to come with this kind of budget D2C market. I know you guys enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I think it's bringing golf to the masses, and I think it brings people like Bob into the real world when it comes to mortgages.
Can't have the forward. Great success.